2023. So we just wanted to have kind of a question and answer session, tell you about what's expected. We know there have been lots and lots of requests from the new black belts that they want to join the program, but do they really have what it takes? Are they ready to commit? So that's why we decided to do this session today. And then if everybody knows what is expected of them, then we can start sending out the application forms after today's session. But we felt that we needed to let you know what is involved in the HP Mentor Teacher Program. So we've got Hakeem and Rizma. I'm going to hand over to them for them to give us a brief chat about the program. But that's what today's session is all about. How the HPMAT2, sorry, MAT3 now we're going into. We finished with HPMAT2. So how do we get ready for HPMAT3? Okay, so Hakeem.
Sorry. Everybody hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I thought I was muted. Yeah. Fatima, I think you provided a fantastic overview. We feel like this session is very, very important so that we set the stage for what is to come, manage expectations, also hopefully answer many of the questions that you have all been individually asking. So that's really what it's all about. But more than anything else, we want to make sure that the people that we're admitting into this program truly want to be part of the program, and that they just are interested. It's not because nobody's forcing anybody. This is still a volunteer program. There are no compensation or anything like that. It's about personal development. So today we get an opportunity to ask as many questions as possible. And I think this session is being recorded, so we'll be able to share with those who are not here today. Fatima, it's, you're the one in charge.
Thank you, Hakeem. I think one of the lessons I learned from the last time, and to clarify misconceptions, although we've learned our lessons and we're going to do it differently, is that people often mixed up the HP mentoring module on the 1 Million Teachers Black Belts platform with the actual mentorship program. So yes, we expect everybody to have done that module, but that doesn't mean that you've done the program, if I make myself clear. So I actually also wanted to share the mentorship. So I'm going to share this. Can everyone see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, so so this is one of the modules on the 1 Million Teachers program.
Fatima, I don't know if you're on mute.
Oh, I'm on mute. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Share sound. Okay. So can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
We can.
Yeah. All right.
Yes,
so yes, when we were doing the last session, we realized after a while that people thought that if they had done this course, what is a mentor teacher program, that means they've done the HP program. No. So this is like, this gives you an insight into what being a mentor is all about. And it's a very good course to...
When you complete the first unit of this course, you will be able to define who a mentor and mentee are and their roles in the mentorship relationship.
Okay, so as it says, once you've done this course, you will understand your roles as a mentor and a mentee. and it's very important that you go through this course. But this is not what makes you a mentor. So we had people telling us that they had been mentors or mentees when they hadn't. To be a mentor or a mentee means that you've done the 6 months program. You have to have done the 6 months program, not just the program on the 1 Million Teachers platform. So that's something that I'd like to clarify.
Mentoring is a process that enables an experienced person to help another person develop personal and/or professional skills and set goals with the intention of achieving them. It is not a one-time or one-off experience. It is an active endeavor that requires conscious and concerted effort and commitment from all parties.
Exactly. So it can't just be a one-off thing. I just did a module on the 1 Million Teachers and I've become a mentor. No, it's not a one-off thing. It's a continuous thing.
Ahora vamos. Claro, moramos que.
I just wanted to share some of these. You so understand some of the expectations that we're talking about. I'm going to give you a free expectations.
As an active process, mentorship requires all parties to prepare and plan engagements, state objectives and expectations clearly, and must involve consistent and repeated.
Sorry, Fatima. I think you were muted earlier because somebody was distracting us. So I think you are on mute now.
Yeah, we didn't catch what you said last, actually, in the last few seconds. Hello, Fatma, can you hear us? Hakim, I think she had some internet issues.
Okay.
I believe, yeah, because she is not on mute and I can't even see her video.
Oh.
Hello? Okay.
I don't know what's wrong, but
Oh, she dropped out. I think it's her internet.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe she'll try to join in again.
She'll be back in a second. Yes.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, I'm trying to, let me see. I'm not able to share my screen or anything like that, but
I can actually, Hakim, you can share your screen. You're the co-host now.
Yeah. So no problem. I just wanted to, I mean, some people just joined us and while we're waiting for Fatima to rejoin, just kind of to reiterate what she has said or what has been said so far. It's really today's agenda is, first of all, to provide as much answer to the questions being asked as possible. Also talk about some of the lessons that we have learned, manage expectations, and yeah, and then just set the stage essentially for the HPMAT 3.0 that we will start in January of 2023. So I don't know, while we're waiting for Fatima, I think anybody who has any question, because that's really what this session is all about, feel free to chime in.
Hello?
Yes, Victoria.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Can you hold your thought a little, Victoria, please? Just hold that thought. Don't forget the question. I see somebody said, what's the course be composed of? This material, if you are somebody who has just become a black belt, so obviously you haven't done you haven't been a mentor before, neither have you been a mentee before. So this is a very valid question, Bo. We will share the documents. That's the document that Fatima was actually presenting before we lost her on this call. So we will share that with you. So you will see all the requirements. Emails will be sent to everybody who is a black belt, and then who has anybody who has participated as mentor or mentee in the past. So you will get all of that, and it would address many of the questions. So that's actually what Fatima was presenting before we lost her. Victoria, back to you. Victoria.
Hello.
Hello, Victoria, go ahead. We're back to you.
Okay. Based on what Madam Fatima said earlier, that maybe few people mistake the models for the mentorship, they mistake it to be the real black belt models or scheme or course materials. I will say that at the end of this 6 months engagement of being a mentor mentee, there should be a brief assessment of at the end of the 6 months journey, there should be an assessment, a brief assessment, briefly explain what did you learn on during these 6 months of this thing. By so doing, the person will be able to briefly explain that this is what I've gone through. Then they will say that this is still the same thing you're expected to use to mentor someone, so that people will not be using the black belt course materials or course knowledge as a mentee, a mentorship course, so that there will be no mistake. At least anyone that have gone through the 6 months mentorship should be able to know what to use, or the scheme of work that have been set aside for mentorship, mentee mentorship period. There shouldn't be this confusion of instead of using what I'm supposed to use, and this is what I use. And again, the materials or the scheme of work was also posted for everyone to know. So the mistake, I don't know where that mistake should come from. So I'm saying that there should be either a brief assessment or follow-up of what people are really using, so that at the end of the day, it will not be found out that it wasn't the real knowledge that was supposed to be imparted that was imparted. And that's, I will say that is why some mentees are not paying more attention, or they are not interested, because they see what they are being given as a repetition of what they have done. So I think that is one of the things, based on what Madam Fatima said now. I think that is why some people are saying that their mentees, we are not giving them the desired attention. Maybe they see it as boring because it's what they've gone through before. They see it that it does not make any sense repeating what they've gone before. So I think there should be a brief assessment at the end of the 6 months engagement, so that what we really know, the people that have really used the right material that was meant for the purpose. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Victoria. So first of all, I think the idea of providing survey at the end is very, makes a lot of sense. You understand? Something we've also noticed generally is that people, and this is with everybody else, sometimes you repeat something so well you think that nobody would not understand, yet people will not understand. And remember, there are many new people coming in, so we have to keep repeating this, which might be actually boring for those who are already in the program. So we will keep repeating that. It is clear the areas of coverage in terms of, and these are anchors, right? And we've always said that life is dynamic. So the fact that we're using this curriculum as guide does not mean that that is what they will stay with. You understand?
Yeah.
Issues come up,
Yeah.
other things that needs to be addressed come up. You understand? And both the mentor and the mentee should be flexible enough, you know, but still ensuring that we stay within the framework for this program. You understand? And using the framework as guide. So I really don't see any challenge in that, but I do like the idea of providing that survey in the end. You understand, to make sure that so we on the other hand, there's also some things that we're doing. It's not really formal, but we have a general sense of who is really supporting mentors that are. So the fact that somebody is applying to be a mentor or a mentee, we're adamant that this time around, the fact that you apply doesn't mean that we're going to accept you into the program because of certain behaviors that we've seen in the past. So it has nothing to do with, we just want to make sure that people are getting the most out of this. So you can apply. We still we reserve the right to say, sorry, we don't think that you're ready for this stage of development based on certain antecedents that we've seen before. And that's part of some of the things that we resolved that we're going to do this time. So it doesn't matter whether because you've mentored in the past doesn't mean that we're going to accept somebody to be mentors this time, or somebody who has been a mentee who hasn't really shown up very well, doesn't qualify them to become mentors. So all of those we will try to make sure that we address this time.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Right, I'm back now. Sorry, some technical issues. Yeah, I like the question that Victoria asked, and that is why we have sessions like this to clarify any misconceptions. And like Hakeem said, this time around, it doesn't mean because you are a mentor or mentee the last time that automatically you'll be chosen as a mentor or mentee. So the process is going to be more vigorous, and we want people to know exactly what is going to happen this time around, and we want it to be better than the last time. So I can see Mr. Smart, you have your hand up. Would you like to lower your hand and ask your question? Smart.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Mr. Smart.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Mr. Hakim, good evening, sir. And it should be good afternoon in Canada now. Yeah, so,
it's still morning. It's actually morning.
Oh, good morning, sir. From what Vicky was saying, I think she did not understand Hajia completely. The issue is, it is not about using a particular curriculum. It's about people who did not take part in HPMAT3 that thought that having taken the course on the 1 Million Teachers portal made them a mentor. That's what she's talking about. It's not about the curriculum. The curriculum was sent that will be used, and we were told that we could be flexible to go a bit outside of it, but that should be our focus. Thank you.
Thank you for that clarification, Mr. Smart. Oladapo Kayode David.
Thank you very much, Ma. Good evening, Madam.
Good evening.
Mr. Hakim and everyone on the platform. Just like it was said, I think the mistake, or yes, let me call it mistake, was the way it was sent on the form that we all filled. Because I also made the same mistake of presenting myself as a mentor when I was not even mentored. But I think this time around, one of our sessions in the time past, it was said that the form will be set in such a way that there won't be such error. And I think Ms. Victoria also said that maybe we should also include the name of our mentor while putting down our info on the survey, so that with that, there'll be a proper guide for everyone, so that there'll be proper trace, because some of us who are mentored didn't complete the mentorship program with our mentors. Some of us who are mentees, rather, we didn't complete our mentorship. So for the fact that maybe it was, someone even said that initially it was boring, but for me, it was like if it was as if that I shouldn't end, because like, my mentor is Mr. Mafu Salabidon, the initiator and award-winning individual, a nice person. So what I just want to say is that from the form that we are going to fill, it should be included that our mentors, so that we put our mentors, and maybe we can even have a kind of commendation or recommendation from those who mentored us, so that they can say that truly this person was mentored, or truly this person was not mentored. Thank you very much.
Good point. Yes, all that has been included in the, thank you, Olatunde. Good point.
Good point. Good point.
Anybody else with their hand up? Vincent from Ghana. Vincent Kwano.
Hello, Bobby. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
Hello, Vacuum. Good evening.
Hi, Vincent.
Yes, sir. Anyway, I want to know if all those who applied for the how do you call it, to be mentor will be selected, not all will be selected. That's actually what I mean. Thank you, sir.
I think Mr. Hakim answered that earlier. There will be vetting, because we want people who are committed. The last time, even I had a personal experience starting off with 3 people, and along the way, 2 dropped off, and I ended up with 1 because they were not committed. I tried to reach out to call the people. So no, it's not everybody that applies that will be selected. We're going to be vetting people. If we see that you are not a committed type, a person who is not committed to this cause, then we're not going to waste our time with you. So we are going to check and make sure that we only take people who are seriously committed to mentoring others, and people who are committed to making an impact in their community. So the answer to that is no, not everybody who applies will be selected.
But
okay.
yeah, I could also add to that. I mean, the fact that say somebody wasn't accepted in this cohort doesn't mean that it's the end. You understand? We just want to see that, I mean, and people go through, we're all going through different things in life. It could be personal challenges that has made us not to be able to show up as we would have wanted to in the past. So it's not an end itself. We can always go back to this and review this list for future cohorts and say, yes, okay, yeah, this we've seen marked change, improvement in terms of commitment, and yes, this person is ready to go. So I may not be ready due to personal reasons, professional reasons, some things that I'm going through now. It's not the end of the world, you understand? But we just want to ensure that, I mean, and we say this over and over. Sometimes it might sound like a broken record, but it's just worth saying and saying again, that we don't want people who are going to waste other people's time. You understand? It can be really frustrating, and we're hoping we've learned a lot from previous cohorts, and we want to take those lessons into the future.
Thank you very much, sir. God bless you.
Thank you, Vincent. Omolara Ojay, your hand is up.
Okay, hello everyone.
Good evening, Omolara.
Yes, hello madam. How well, my first question has actually been dealt with, having to run after people, to be committed for the program. Now the second one is this, it's actually a suggestion. I think, in my own opinion, that it would be better to have like a community of teachers having mentors, maybe 2-3 mentees to mentor, where they have to share knowledge instead of just a mentor and a mentee. So I think it brings out more results, and you're able to draw from other teachers. You are able to gain more knowledge, even hear other people's perspectives, even on all these topics that are outlined for this program. So in my own opinion, I think you get much more results from it. That's one. Then two, I discovered even while I was being mentored that many people don't know that there are courses on the HP portal where they could actually, I think I mentioned it when we're rounding up the HPMAT3 program. I mentioned it that there are courses, a lot of courses that would help you, as an entrepreneur, as a leader. There are so many courses on that HP portal which people are not aware of. So we need to actually make it pronounced that there are courses they could actually go there to take that would help them as leaders and even as somebody who wants to venture into businesses and so on. So I think I've learned a lot from that portal. There's a lot to learn. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura, for that suggestion. I think we try to be as flexible as we can. So if it's possible to mentor 2 teachers simultaneously, so you're having sessions with more than 1 teacher at a time, it's up to the availability of the teachers that you're mentoring. So it would be a good idea, but we like to be as flexible as possible. So it's up to the mentees and the mentor how they can make arrangements for their sessions. But that's definitely a good idea to have more than 1 teacher with you so that you can rub minds and learn from each other. Yeah.
I think it's a fantastic idea. I would like to add that it should be done very carefully. There are times that, say, I'm talking to my mentor, I don't want somebody else to be there. There are certain personal things that I might want to share. The presence of somebody else means that I'm going to withhold that information. So it has to be that. It could be maybe after a few sessions one-on-one, and you decide that, well, I mean, both the mentees and yourself, you all decide that, well, I mean, this is no big deal. We're just going to have conversation. So, but be very careful. Remember, it's more of a one-on-one kind of relationship, so that people are not divulging personal information or things that they don't feel comfortable sharing with the third party. You understand? Just remember, just like the doctor-patient privilege or lawyer-client privilege. So just while you're thinking about that, that's a caveat that I think you should consider.
Yeah, thank you, Hakeem. All right, the next person, I think we have Olaiwo Taiwo.
Hello, ma. Yes, Olaiwo Taiwo.
Yes.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
Mr. Subara Kim, you are welcome. Thank you very much. This program you are talking about, mentor, mentee. I'm very sorry, I don't know much about the program before. And from what I've been hearing from the discussion so far, it seems you said that it will come up early January next year or something like that. What I want to add to that is that I want you to at least carry every one of us along. Let's have a mentor to mentee relationship. Let's bring everybody to be on same page, because from the discussion so far, I heard that not everybody, there's a criteria you will use in choosing those that will go for the program. I don't really understand that aspect. Why not everybody? Let's carry everybody along. We wish to know. That is why we continue to follow up in all programs you are doing. So I see no reason why some should be left behind. I'm sorry if I get you wrong, ma. So I want you to shed more light on that.
A good question, Olaiwo. Like you said, you're new
yes,
to this program. Some people are new, some people have been around for a while. So let me explain what it's all about. It's,
okay, ma, we appreciate that.
Okay, so it's a collaboration with the computer company HP. It's called Mentor a Teacher. So it's where a more experienced teacher, the mentor, is put together with a less experienced teacher, the mentee, and they interact for 6 months.
Okay.
There is a syllabus that we encourage them to follow, although it's not set in stone. They can also talk about other things. It's based around 4 main principles. It's based around leadership, success mindset, gender equity, the girl rising, and digital literacy. So these are the 4 skills that the mentor is supposed to help the mentee develop over the 6-month period. Now, as you know, this involves commitment. We even give different time arrangements. You can meet for 2 hours a month, or you can meet for 1 hour twice a month, or you can meet for half an hour every week, as long as you're meeting for 2 hours a month. Now, it
depending on the
simple.
arrangement of the mentor and the mentee.
Yes, the mentor and the mentee have to come to an agreement. How often can we meet? Do we want to meet for 30 minutes, 4 times a month? Do we want to meet for 1 hour twice a month, or we just want to meet for 2 hours once a month? And you have to be committed for 6 months. And like Mr. Hakim said, this mentoring is voluntary. There is no financial reward, but it will help you in your own personal development as you are going to learn from each other. So that's all we ask. That is all we ask. But this is going to be our 3rd cohort. And we have learned a lot of lessons from cohort 1 and cohort 2, which we do not want to repeat. And that is why we're having sessions like this to enlighten you, to initiate you, to explain to you what the program is all about. So I hope you understand what the program is all about.
Yeah. Fatima, let me just build on what you just said, and based on the question that she asked about leaving no one behind. If you are a new black belt, like you just became a black belt, and we have no prior knowledge of your commitment, aside from the fact that you've taken the pain, you've gone through the rigor of becoming a black belt, and which shows significant commitment and effort and all of that. So it's almost like you're starting on a blank sheet. You have no record, you understand? So that means that when we have sessions like this, you have the opportunity to ask as much question as possible. You go through the materials that will be emailed to you and the survey forms and all of that, and then you commit, you understand? As a new black belt who wants to be a mentee, it's almost guaranteed that you are going to be accepted as a mentee, not as a mentor, as a mentee. Now, what you do in that mentee relationship with your mentor is what is going to define how we engage with you going forward. You understand? But at this point where you are just a black belt, where you haven't you've not taken part in that, in the mentorship program, you are almost starting on a clean slate. You're starting on a clean slate. So we would admit you because we have taken the pain. I mean, this session is being recorded. We're going to share with everybody, you understand? To say, see, we shared all of these ideas. We told you about what is required to commit to this. And you came and said, yes, I'm willing, I'm available, I can do this. For you to now come maybe like in 6-7 months time, and your mentor is frustrated and saying that, oh, I can't reach this person is not serious, it's a minus for you. But at this very early age that you have no prior experience with this, I mean, for sure, we're going to give everybody opportunity who has applied, having learned what is required from this program. I hope, I don't know if I communicated very well. Fatima.
Yes, I think so. Olaiwa, I hope that clarifies everything. As a new black belt, like Mr. Hakim said, you will be taken on as a mentee, but it's up to you to commit. Olaiwo, are you with us? I think we've lost her.
That's fine.
All right, let's move on to Elijah Olariwaju. Elijah Olariwaju, do you want to unmute and ask your question?
All right, greetings to everybody, all the teachers and leaders in the house. So actually, you've answered my questions while explaining to my colleague. So I don't think I have any further question. So then just one more thing, I want to know, sometimes we might be stranded when it comes to data subscription. I don't know, is there any provision for data subscription?
No.
No, there is no provision for data.
All right.
Yeah,
So that would be all. That would be all. You've answered all my previous questions.
Elijah,
yes,
if
sir.
anything comes out of this program, we want people to focus on the things that you take away for yourself when it comes to your professional development. If anything ever comes, honestly, just say that, oh, this is an icing on the cake. But we're trying as much as possible to not have expectation, you understand? This is about us, this is about our individual development. The moment we begin to add all of this intrinsic motivation, we've lost the script, you understand? And that's what we're desperate to avoid for this program.
Exactly. That's very okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Elijah. Ishmael Ogbeche, I see your hand up. Good evening, Ishmael.
Yeah,
Ishmael,
good evening.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Go ahead, Ishmael.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I actually wanted to react to the question that somebody posed about the mentorship program, where she was talking about that some persons should not be left out in the mentorship program. So, and I think Mr. Hakim has actually answered it, but I just wanted to just chip in to tell her that that there's nobody that's been left out, because some persons are either selected as either mentors or mentees. So it's actually thrown to everybody. Everybody is qualified to either become either a mentor based on their choice, or they become a mentee. So that was what I just wanted to contribute on that aspect to that lady. Yeah.
Thank you, Ishmael, for your contribution.
Yeah.
Victoria, is your hand still up or it's another hand up? Victoria, remember. Maybe it was the hand up from the last time.
Hello, I said no. My hand is
Okay.
still up. Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay, go
I
ahead.
want to, my question is this. For the mentees that were enlisted last section to be mentored, and many of them, maybe as a result of one thing or the other, was not able to cover the model or the scheme of work meant for the mentorship listing. Are they now going to be listed as mentors, or are they going to be as mentee? Are they going to retake it again, or they will be satisfied as mentors? Based on reports, the collective report last time, that so many people started on the way and they dropped. So I will say that we are not able to complete the course. So how are these people going to be treated? Are they going to be mentees again, or what? That's my question.
Okay, like we mentioned earlier, we are going to be vetting people. If you are not a good mentee, one of the questions on the application form is, who was your mentor? And like somebody suggested earlier, maybe we can get references from these mentors. And if you are not a good mentee, I don't think you make a good mentor. So maybe you need to buckle up and finish the curriculum before you can be made to be a mentor. So if you were not committed, or maybe it was due to personal reasons, like we said, things happen. We don't know. Yeah, so it might not be their fault. Maybe they really wanted to do it, but something happened and they were not able to. they'll have to start all over again and show us that they can pull through the whole 6 months, because it's a 6 month commitment. Mr. Hakim, what do you say?
No, it's spot on, spot on. Yeah, I mean, if for one reason or the other I miss something, I can start all over again and show that, yes, this time I'm good, I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm okay with it. I'm okay.
All right then. Anybody else has their hand up? Anybody else wants to ask a question? Okay. So like Mr. Hakim has said, the next stage is that we're going to send out the survey questions. After this meeting, I will send them to the emails, and I'll also put it on the WhatsApp group. After that, we are going to vet who, especially when it comes to mentors, we do need to vet them. But as for the new black belts, like he said, yes, if you're willing to go through the 6 month program, then we will take you on as a mentee. And we hope that the mentors, once you have been selected, will be able to mentor more than one person, because we have quite a lot of new black belts on the program. So if we don't have any other questions, I'll hand over to Mr. Hakim. Yeah.
Good evening, ma.
Okay, Mr. Raji Yakini, good evening.
Yes, ma. Thanks.
Please go ahead.
Yes, I believe that since the mentors had very different individuals to attend to during the last court, they're bound to have varying experience as well. I think it's better that during the 6 month engagement and even after, the mentors, committed mentors, should have regular meetings. Probably on call, you have clusters of mentors that will meet regularly to share the experience. I think with this, they can continue to learn more and come out with better ways of attending to people. I think that's my belief that they'll be meeting not
That's
only
a very good suggestion. Yes, I mean, you know that we do create WhatsApp groups.
Okay.
We created, the first time we had a mentees WhatsApp group, we had a mentors WhatsApp group, HP 2.0, we had that. For HP 3.0, we do have that. We did have a meetings, well, 1 or 2 meetings along the way. So when we start in January, when we do the launch, we are going to have a mentors meeting, and we're going to have a mentees meeting in January. Then halfway along the line in March, I call it a midterm review. We have another meeting with all the mentors. Then we have another Zoom meeting with all the mentees halfway before we have the final one. So we have at least 3 meetings with mentors and mentees on Zoom. And we also have the daily interaction on the WhatsApp groups. If you have any suggestions or any issues, you can put it up on the WhatsApp group. But yes, I agree with you. Maybe we should have more often meetings for mentors and mentees. We'll see how we can put that into practice. Thank you, Mr. Raji Yakini, for your suggestion. Did I see another hand up from Mr. Smarts? Or was it the previous hand? Mr. Smarts, did you put your hand
yes,
up?
Initially, I raised my hands. I was thinking that what Mr. Raji Akini was saying was that it should not be that at the end of the 6 months, the mentor-mentee relationship should end. That's what I thought he was saying. I wouldn't know if he it. I don't know.
Oh, maybe I misunderstood him. Okay, so like the previous mentors and mentees, is that what he's saying?
He may clarify that, man.
Okay, Mr. Raji Yakini.
Yes, Ma. What I'm saying is that
Please,
the
can you
mentors.
clarify what you meant?
Hello, Ma. No, what I'm saying is this. Hello, Ma.
Hello, I can hear you.
Yes. What I'm saying is that even committed mentors, even after the 6-month engagement, there'll be a platform they continue to share the experience. That's what I'm saying. It's not that when they finish the 6-month engagement, that's the end of that. No, they continue to meet.
Yeah, we have the WhatsApp group. If you want to share anything, it's there. Even the one from the first cohort in 2021, it's still there. So that is that the kind of platform you're suggesting, or?
Well, that if that one it can serve the purpose, I think it's okay.
Yes. We have the WhatsApp groups for the first cohort, for the second cohort, and now as we go into the new cohort in the new year, we're going to set up HPMAT 3.0 mentors group on WhatsApp, HPMAT 3.0 mentees group on WhatsApp. So, and we already have the Black Belt Top Achievers group. So we have different platforms where you can share ideas already. Thank you for your suggestion. Anybody else with any questions, comments, suggestions? Who is this? Ojoro Aziz Olasheni. Is that your name? Aziz Olasheni Ojoro. Is that a hand up? Okay, maybe not. Whose hand up is this? Kemi Ademosu or Vincent Quino? Kemi Ademosu.
Kenny.
Yes. Kenny Ademosu. Please go ahead.
Good day, everyone.
Good evening.
Like, my question is concerning the mentor and the mentee. What if there is probably personality issue between the mentor and the mentee? Is there any forum where the mentee can complain about the mentor? Because I'm looking at it from the perspective of if the mentee is available and the mentor is not available. So what can the mentee do at that time? Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a matchmaking service. Sometimes the two matches don't work out. They always come back to me. They come to me, Mrs. Fatima, that person is not serious. I don't like that person. I called them, they didn't answer. Then I reach out to the person. I try to listen to their side of the story. If things don't work out, you'll be matched with somebody else. But we'll try our best to match people evenly, but it doesn't always work out. You're right. Sometimes the mentor doesn't like the mentee. Sometimes the mentee doesn't like the mentor. We're all human. So we will reshuffle and give them to somebody else. No problem. Does that answer your question, Kenny?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Yes. If there are any personal issues, we try to resolve it. If we can't resolve it, we give you to somebody else. Okay. Vincent, is your hand up again?
I was suggesting we have one common platform for both the mentees and the mentors, but not separate platforms. I don't know if that is possible. Thank you very much.
Okay. Having the same platform from mentors and mentees. Well, if they are black belts, they probably do share a common platform if they're black belts. The reason why we separate the mentors group from the mentees group is so that we can focus on mentor issues and mentee issues separately. So that's why we have separate WhatsApp groups for them, but they are still both on the black belt top achievers group.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Vincent. Elijah Olariwaju Olumodeji.
All right, thank you, Ma.
Yes.
One of my colleagues raised an issue the other time, and I just want to throw more light on it. According to while I was running the course on mentorship, HP mentorship, I was meant to understand that the mentor should be older than the mentee. So for this thing to work out effectively, it's the age of the mentor and the mentee should be put into consideration. Because honestly, it will be somehow when the mentee feels like, see this person is far younger than I do. It might not work out effectively, except if someone who is really self-disciplined and then determined that, yes, I want to achieve this thing, and he doesn't consider the age of the mentor. So I think the age should be put into consideration, whereby the mentor should be at least older than the mentee. So that's my own opinion. But as for me, I don't mind, even if the mentor is far younger than I do. I know what I'm aiming at. So it's what I want to get, it's what I want to achieve that I'm focused on. So, but in order for it to work out effectively, the mentor should be older than the mentee. Thank you.
I disagree with that. And I think I even showed you the slide from the 1 Million Teachers platform, and it said a mentor is somebody with more experience. Sometimes somebody younger than you can have more experience than you and can be your boss at work. You still have to respect that person. And this is when we will go through the expectations. You have to respect that person. And it's all about experience. Yes, age does give you more experience, but it doesn't always. And if I draw an analogy with this and relationships or marriage, sometimes it doesn't always, yes, in most marriages, the husband is older than the wife, but sometimes the wife can be older than the husband. So as long as you're learning from each other and you have that mutual respect for each other, I don't think age should come into that. And I don't think we put age in our application form. No, so I disagree with you on that. I don't know what Mr. Hakim has to say about it.
I completely disagree. Let age never. Age is just age should never be a determinant of what people know. And remember, if you've gone through that course, you'll see that we highlight that a lot. So I could be your mentor in an aspect of life. It could be at work. It could be on a specific subject. It doesn't mean I know more than you in other areas of life. You understand? So the relationship we're talking about is specific to professional teacher development. You understand? So if somebody has become a mentor, a mentee, or achieved black belt before you, there are certain things they would know about this program, about professional development that you may not know. And remember, we always say that it's a two-way street. So, and we've seen instances, I mean, people who are significantly younger than us, they know so much more about other things that we don't know about. And that's where your humility comes in. But the day you begin to allow age to be the determinant of knowledge, I think it's really not a good thing. We should never be in that situation where age is not wisdom, and that's the truth. And we're not even talking about wisdom here, we're talking about knowledge in a certain area. So I don't think we will ever get to the point where we begin to use age. We will do our best to match people, but age will never be a consideration.
Exactly. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I really appreciate your feedback. But there's something I still want to chip in. Like where I'm working, a colleague of mine is now an alumni. Is now an alumnus of Teach for Nigeria. So he was doing a project, mentoring teachers, educating teachers on 21st century teaching techniques. So the last one he did, the teachers there were like murmuring, this small boy will not be mentoring us, because they felt they can give birth to him and so. But the experience, just like you said, age shouldn't be a criteria. But the experience he has, he was trying to, share with them, let them understand that, okay, this is 21st century. We are in the 21st century, and then we have to do things in the 21st century where we don't have to rely on the old methods of teaching. And so, but they were murmuring and like, you understand? They were just like this small boy that we can give birth to. So, Africans, we value age, especially in the Western region. We so much value age, like, so that's why I was saying that. So, but thank you so much for feedback. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Okay, all right. I'm trying to read the chat now, and somebody was saying about virtual. Must it be virtual, or can also be face to face? Well, no, it's a virtual program, just like the 1 Million Teachers program is all virtual. I mean, there are people that mentored people in different countries.
It's because
Some
of school
people
now. He
mentored
was away.
people in Kenya. So,
I know when you return now.
I'm going to mute everyone because I heard some background noise. I'm trying to answer the question that asked, must it be virtual or can also be face-to-face session? No, we're saying that this is virtual. Sometimes you happen to be in the same location as your mentor or mentee, and you can agree to do that, but it's not always the case. As you know, 1 Million Teachers is all over Africa. We have people in Rwanda, in Kenya, in Ghana, in Zimbabwe, South Africa. So this is the best way to learn virtually. So we are basing this on a virtual experience rather than on a face-to-face experience. I hope that answers your question, Paul. Okay. What is this? Good morning, Mentor Bumi. Glad to know that you're still involved in this mentorship. Wish we could have visited you. Yeah, and Ivory Coast. Yes, we have people in Ivory Coast. We have people all over Africa. So this is a virtual program. If you can arrange with your mentor or mentee, if you want to meet in person, that's up to you. But that is not one of the requirements. Okay, so we've been talking for 1 hour. It's in Nigeria, it's 3 minutes to 6. So I think we can call it a day. Thank you so much for joining today. Thank you for participating. Keep a lookout on your email over the next couple of days for the survey questions. Your email, the WhatsApp group, we will be sending the survey questions. We are hoping to do a launch in January 2023. We will let you know closer to the time. But I think that will be all for today. And I don't think I want to have a meeting next Thursday. So have a nice holiday. We'll have our next meeting in the new year. So I think this will be our last Thursday session for 2022. Thank you so much for all that joined. Have a great next year ahead and much more from 1 Million Teachers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma.
All right.
Wishing you the best of the season.
Thank you. Mr. Hakim, anything else?
No, nothing to add. Just wishing all of you happy holidays, happy Christmas, happy New Year, whatever you're celebrating. We'll see you in 2023.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.